The commission appointed by the President is chaired by former Chief Justice Priyasad Depp and has been tasked with proposing changes to the voting system as well as addressing issues such as media regulations and new laws governing the registration of political parties. The commission includes 8 commissioners: Sundaram Arumainayagam, Senanayaka Alisandra, President's Counsel Nalin Abesekara, Navin Senaratna, Mohammed Salim, Sagarika Delgoda, Nimalka Fernando, Deepani Samantha Rodrigo. The President has outlined various responsibilities for this commission, including reviewing of all existing election laws and regulations and recommending amendments, enhancing representation of women and youth, reducing the time between the declaration of an election and the release of results, introducing an electronic voting system, creating a system for Sri Lankans living abroad to vote, allowing individuals to compete in both provincial council and parliamentary elections, extending postal voting to non-public sector employees, implementing a mixed system of proportional and singular voting, making recommendations for regulating how political parties and independent groups use the media, introducing a code of conduct for party members in political parties and public affairs, strengthening laws governing the registration of political parties. The Commission is expected to present its recommendations to the President within 6 months, considering these points.
The President is establishing a commission of inquiry to propose changes to the voting system, despite a proposal already submitted by Justice Minister Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa to the Cabinet regarding this matter. Political party representatives were invited for discussion at the Parliament complex, chaired by the Prime Minister in this regard earlier today. However, the main opposition party, the Samagi Jana Balawega, declined to participate. The opposition leader argued in Parliament that the government lacks the mandate from the people to amend the electoral system.
Let's change the electoral system, but first allow the mandate to be shown. We cannot allow the changes in electoral systems to violate the franchise of the people. We, the Samagi Jana Balawega, will not participate in the discussion that you have invited us for. If you make a statement in good faith, we will implement all these electoral reforms after the presidential election, the general election, the provincial council election, and then the local government election too. The Election Commission has requested to provide the remaining funds for the upcoming work of the local government election. Will the government provide the funds now? I invite you, the leader of the opposition, to make these political changes with us, but we cannot do so by being skeptical about these things, because the changes were also discussed in the 20th and 21st amendments brought to this parliament earlier. Therefore, we present this in good faith and without any other intention. The country is waiting for a change in the electoral system. The basic rights of the people in this country are being violated by not providing the provisions that should be given to hold a local government election. How can you talk about good faith? Do not spew nonsense about good faith.
The
local government elections were announced when the country was in a state of bankruptcy. You can't hold a vote without funds. We have not suspended the election. Members of the ruling party as well as members of the opposition came to my parliamentary committee and demanded to suspend the election. I submitted this cabinet paper. I take responsibility for it. Good faith on this matter is now being questioned. According to that, Dinesh Gunawardena was appointed as its chairman, and after 12 years of investigations, he submitted a report accordingly. The members of the opposition who are in the SJB today approved this from the United National Party. You talk about system change, but you kick it away when the system change does come.
System change
Because this government cannot win, you are attempting to abolish the executive presidency and change the parliamentary system. It's because you can't win. Would you change it if you could win? Hold the local government election to show good faith, that is all. No need for all of this. If you come to the courts and say you are ready to provide funds, the Supreme Court will allow the election to take place. I don't know what forces were in play for this. The media gave much coverage saying that the executive presidency will be abolished through this. We have no such intention. Who said so? They are trying to change the parliamentary election system. After that, they are ready to bring a constitutional amendment with the position of an executive prime minister in parliament. The people of this country do not agree with this. We are not ready to accept an executive prime minister in place of an executive president. This is a desperate and cunning attempt to flee from the electoral system in